Hey, slashers and scream queens, and ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Horror Daddies Podcast.
A podcast where we talk about ho movies.
And the ho ho daddies in them.
And we do got a daddy in this one.
We sure do. Y'all want to talk about Billy Loomis, but let's talk about Billy the Santa Claus killer. Because this motherfucker fine as shit.
Someone's coming for Christmas, if you know what I'm talking about.
It is not Santa Claus. Boy.
I'm your film daddy, John.
And I'm your horror daddy, Carlos. And this week we watched Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1984.
This was actually a lot of fucking fun.
Hell yeah, it was.
This was such I mean, not trying to say that this is a masterpiece in horror movie, but at the same time, it is a masterpiece in horror movies.
It's a really fun slasher, and I know there was controversy behind it because of the whole Santa Claus thing back in the 80s, but like
some bullshit, bro.
Y'all, it's fun. It's a Santa Claus killer. Like, get over it. I know, there's some assault in there, but it's 84. Like, what are you?
Yeah, exactly. It's like back in the day, they didn't give a fuck.
No, they didn't.
They were almost killing kids in movies. They really didn't care.
And he doesn't kill children, so
that's true. Well, not naughty children.
Yes.
Or wait,
but he also doesn't kill a child in this movie.
That's true. He could have.
He could have, but he doesn't. So, like, why are y'all mad? He's killing naughty teens and adults.
Y'all should thank him. I'll be honest.
Seriously. He's saving the world one naughty adult at a time.
Some of y'all have to go.
Yeah. The chosen one. But directed by Charles E. Cillier Jr. and written by Paul Kaimi and Michael Hickey. This budget was $1 million, but it only grossed $2.4 million.
Because y'all motherfuckers ruined it.
Because it was protested, and also it came out the same weekend as A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Which, that was a pretty great movie.
Yes. And I love that both kind of Christmassy, because, Freddie does wear a Christmas sweater. Let's be real.
I got the Christmas sweater.
Yeah. I got a dinosaur.
You hear that, guys? ASMR Christmas.
He's coming. Because I love in this movie, when you hear this,
you're like, oh shit,
he's around.
It's that
pretty much.
I love that. Actually,
it's pretty much that we live in Florida. It's not the same.
It ain't snowing here.
No, it is not. But yeah, I watched this. I want to say I watched it for the first time maybe like a year or two ago, and I really enjoyed it. Aside from the fact that this motherfucker fine as shit.
Yeah, immediately. He was like, oh my God.
And like, I was like, okay, where has this slasher been all my life? And then like, you get to the sequel, his brother fine as shit too. And it's like, okay, why didn't you become popular? Like, we needed 10 sequels with you becoming like supernatural. I don't know, having elves.
Hey, maybe we can do a remake.
We should.
We should do that.
We should go back in time.
Yeah, those Christian ass protesters. I bet they were motherfucking Christian. They're the same motherfuckers protesting about Starbucks not putting Jesus in the fucking cups.
I'm not gonna get into any. I'm not gonna get into any of that. Believe in what you believe. Just don't bring the hatred.
You suck dick.
But this movie, right off the bat, you get the title card.
Yep.
And then you get a long ass credits.
Yeah, and it's just slow, just trying to take its time.
Yeah, but we are introduced to the family. It's Christmas Eve, 1971.
And she holding an ugly ass baby. I'm just saying it like how it is. That baby was a little ugly. Yeah, future murder. Part dos.
Yeah. But they're driving to go see Krampus. I'm thinking of Krampus.
This is a Krampus.
Pretty much.
Just human. That's it.
But they're driving to see Grandpa, and Billy's asking if they'll be in time back for Christmas in order for Santa Claus to drop the presents. She said, of course. Mm-hmm. Because she says that Santa has a surprise for him. And like this beginning scene, every time someone talks to Billy about Santa, they keep saying that Santa has something for him. Mm-hmm. And like it just worsens the trauma this kid is about to endure.
This kid goes through a lot.
And you feel like, really bad for him.
You do, because then you're like, no wonder this motherfucker really hates Christmas.
Yeah. And like no one cares about that. No one cares about his trauma.
Nope.
No one cares that they trigger it. They just like, Billy, just move on with your life. And it's like, whatever.
And it's like one of those things where it's like he doesn't mean to do anything bad.
No.
Like he just has gone through so much abuse, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like you've already from his family, immediate family. You feeling good?
This my 50-inch 50-inch wig.
Oh wow.
Um,
But it's like from the beginning, like you can see that his immediate family already kind of like he has trauma with that, and it just continues. It just gets worse. That shit is a train wreck right after
yeah,
here.
and Mother Superior later on doesn't help, and
Nope.
like Sister Margaret's trying to help this kid, and like, but no one else is, and
Poor kid.
it's like I don't blame him
Yeah.
for turning into what he turns into. Like y'all caused that, but they go to see Grandpa at the institution, and Grandpa is in a blank state.
He like this.
The mom's like, oh, he doesn't talk.
Don't talk.
He doesn't move. And Billy's like trying to talk to him. But then what's weird is that the doctor needs to talk to the dad, but the mom also goes, and they just leave Billy with the grandpa. And it's like, oh yeah, let's just keep this kid unsupervised because he's not gonna murder the grandpa.
I mean, I guess he's with Grandpa. So it's like, I guess.
Yeah, but if your grandfather is in a blank state and supposedly not moving at
I guess
all,
that's true.
and you leave a 7 year
a
old,
kid.
that
Yeah.
kid could just be. I would have left
Yeah, or even like if something happened to the grandpa, like what's the kid gonna do?
traumatized. Like these people in this movie just don't fucking have common sense. Like what the fuck? So then, as soon as they leave, the grandpa's like, Billy. It's like he's like, oh shit, he moves. He's like, Billy, Christmas Eve is the scariest night of the year. It's like, where the fuck is this coming from? First of all, I never heard that in my damn life. He said Santa Claus only brings presents to the good kids. Have you been a good kid? And Billy's like, not every day. Well, you will be punished for being naughty. And I'm like, goddamn, Grandpa turning it up.
You just don't give a
180
fuck right off the bat.
180. Like, fuck you, Billy. You're about to get fucking punished.
And then the parents walk in back into the room, and
And Grandpa goes,
he hit him with the mannequin challenge real quick.
He sure did. So on their way back home, Billy's like, Mom, am I going to be punished because I was naughty? Were you punished as a kid for being naughty? And she goes, no.
I get punished every night. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, anyways, she says, no, Billy, Santa Claus not going to punish you. Don't worry about that. And then as they keep driving,
We cut to the store.
yes.
And it's like this random ass
Yeah.
convenience store, and a Santa Claus guy dressed up as Santa comes in and just shoots up the motherfucker. Like,
Yup.
don't give a fuck.
Yup. Because I think she mentioned something like, oh, you're going to see Santa Claus tonight. And then we cut to this Santa Claus being evil as shit. And it's like,
It's like,
this
damn
kid's
it.
about to go to like the worst thing in his life. And then Billy was like, oh, Grandpa told me that I will be punished. And she goes, do you think he really spoke to him? Billy wouldn't lie about that. And I'm like, this is why you don't leave the fucking kid alone with the grandfather. Because now you don't know what the fuck happened.
That's when the lady asked for the dad. You mind your business.
Like,
You stay
girl.
with your son.
Jingle bells. So
So yeah, then we
the
cut
family,
to Santa.
yeah. And
But then we come back to the family.
uh-huh.
And Santa, there's another guy dressed as Santa.
It's the same
It's
guy.
the same guy? Okay.
Yeah.
And he is having trouble with his car.
So he stalled. Motherfucker, as soon as the dad pulls down the window because they're like, Billy, look, Santa Claus. This motherfucker Santa Claus pulls out a gun. Motherfucker, I need your car. And the dad just, I think the dad reacted, like he should have. He didn't just stay there. He put it in reverse.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
But Santa Claus shoots the dad, and I guess it hits him. So, because the dad falls out of the car dead.
Yeah, we don't see like actually them getting shot. We just see
Yeah.
that this car just stopped moving.
Yeah. And then the mom, she's trying to she's screaming. Billy gets out the car, goes across the street and hides in a ditch. The baby's still crying in the car. The mom gets pulled out of the car by Santa Claus.
Yep, and he
He rips her shirt for no reason.
Yeah, because he immediately takes her shirt off and then like kills her.
Yeah, after she slaps him because she goes, nobody hits me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bitch, I hit you.
What's up?
Hey, bitch, what's up, bitch? Suck my dick, bitch.
But then he's looking for Billy. He's like, oh, little boy, where are you? Ho, ho, ho. And I'm like, ho, 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 I'm going to fuck you up. But we cut to December 1974, where both boys are now living in an orphanage. Billy is drawing. They're doing a drawing. He's asked to bring it up to the class, but the drawing, from what we see, is inappropriate because there's a little girl that goes, oh my God, Billy, what the fuck? Why did you
Because I don't.
Billy's like, y'all know why. Y'all know I don't like Christmas, so I know why y'all having me do this assignment.
But when, but I love when they show him like it's a him, right? Killing Santa Claus.
So the picture when they send it to Mother Superiors and they show us is Rudolph with his head cut off, and Santa Claus on the ground all stabbed.
So he really hates Christmas.
But it's like, do y'all not know what he went through?
It's true.
I would excuse him from participating in any Christmas
stuff
activities until he feels ready to participate in any Christmas activities.
Yeah, and it's like, take it serious. Like, he's a kid. Like, that's the thing, is he's a kid. He's obviously showing signs that he's very traumatized.
Yeah, and Sister Margaret is trying to get Mother Superior to understand, like, hey, he went through a lot. So, like, we need to take it easy with him and trying to understand him. And Mother Superior, you want that hoe dead since the beginning of the fucking movie. Because I hate her.
Yeah, she is so unlikable because she's just a fucking nasty old ass fucking nun. That don't give a fuck about these kids.
Yeah, she you know. But she don't understand.
But a trashy hoe.
Yeah, so then Sister Margaret comes to Billy's room. She's asking him to come out and play. He doesn't want to, but she insists.
Because we should say that Mother Superior punished him to go back to his room.
Yeah.
To stay in his room.
Yeah. But when he goes out, he finds two teens. He hears two teens moaning, so he goes to look, and then he sees that these two teens are getting freaky deaky in the door in the room. Which I know this is a boys' school.
Yeah.
So I wonder have.
Is it a boys' school?
I think it was all. Oh no, there were girls there. No,
it's an orphanage. Right?
Okay. I sorry. I thought I said all boys orphanage.
Yeah.
No, there's girls there, but I wonder if it was a nun with one of
That's
the
what
orphans.
I thought. That's what I thought.
Or these two teens are orphans and they're just banging it out in there.
I thought so, but we don't see any nun clothing or anything that makes it obvious, and they never mention it. So I was like, maybe it's just kids. There were kids that lived there.
But Mother Superior finds them and she punishes them with the belt. And Billy, hears and sees that. But then he's outside playing and she comes outside and she asks him what he saw. And he said nothing. And she said, you know what happens to naughty boys or whatever. And she goes, they get punished. Cut to her hitting him with a belt because he went outside. After Sister Margaret was trying to tell her, like, hey, I let him out. It wasn't his decision. I fucking hate Mother Superior.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Oh, why did the kid turn out to be this way?
Oh, well, I
Mother Superior.
Wonder why. Yeah. She was like, okay. Like, bitch. So, Billy's having nightmares about what happened to his family. So, he runs out his room screaming. Then Mother Superior catches him and she ties him to the bed. Yeah,
because that's going to fucking help.
Y'all, don't blame him. I don't blame him. I kind of don't blame him for what he does.
Mother Superior, you're going to fucking get it.
It's like they like, hey, let's give this kid a whole backstory so you feel bad. So when he does what he does, you understand.
You at least get it. You're like, not right. But I get it.
It's not like Michael's like, why is Michael so crazy?
Yeah.
No, this is why Billy crazy.
Like, you kind of agree with it. You're like, yeah, I'd be a little angry too.
Yeah. So then the next morning, it's Christmas Day. Billy gets a gift. Cut to pictures with Santa.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're forcing him to do it. And he doesn't want to. They sit him on Santa's lap and this kid takes a fucking hard ass swing on Santa. And this Santa
flies. Like he literally like jumps like, whoa.
This kid had muscles since the day he was born. Like, this motherfucker has super strength.
He's small. That was such a satisfying punch.
You think it's the same Santa Claus?
Oh, that'd be a good one. That killed him. That'd be so funny, actually.
So then we cut to he runs away.
Yeah, he runs away.
He hides in a corner and he's saying, I'm naughty or I don't want to be punish. Then we cut to the spring of 1984, where it's 10 years later. We do establish early on that anytime after Christmas, he's fine until we get close to the winter.
Yeah, it's always when you're getting
closer to Christmas, that's when he starts acting up.
It's like when people start decorating and shit, so I get it.
Yeah,
but
so it's kind of like how Lori hates Halloween, it's Billy, but
this
Billy's
one
the
has
killer.
A reason.
Yeah, well, yes,
because Michael don't got a reason why it's Halloween.
It's because his sister didn't take him out trick or treating. She'd rather have been dicked down by whatever her boyfriend finished her off in 2 seconds and then left. So that's why Michael's like, you didn't take me trick or treating, murdered.
It's like, damn bitch, I finished fast for a reason. I was gonna take you afterwards.
But
Billy buff as fuck.
Oh yeah, when they Okay, y'all. So they established this his 18th birthday.
Yeah.
That's why he's gone. That's why they're trying. Sister Margaret's trying to find work for him.
And they know what they were doing.
And the guy does not want to hire him because he needs a strong guy that can lift boxes or whatever. And then they cut to, well, he's here, and they start panning up, and you're just like, okay, whatever. And you just see arms and these guns.
It's like jacked.
And then they show him, and it's like, oh. Murder is Billy.
Oh my God, she's a complete slut.
Don't care. So when I first saw this, I think I reacted like I was like, God damn. They didn't have to make him this fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, he's a murderer.
They really knew what they were doing.
Yeah. So we do get a whole ass montage of like the rest of the year, how he's working. He's a great worker.
Yeah.
Yup. He's doing his job how he should be. But now it's Christmas time. And I guess he's been acting up because we get one of his coworkers, Andy, being a total asshole to him, saying, why you been acting up lately? You're being a total dick. Like, being just a straight up bully to Billy. And I'm just like, bitch, what the fuck did Billy do to you? Because from the montage I saw, my motherfucker didn't talk to you.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything to you. You're just being an asshole because he's taller than you.
Exactly. See your way out, bitch.
Bye.
Bye.
First of all, you ain't cute. Bye.
So what are you even doing? Like, he's always never doing anything.
Right. So
is this when he sees Pamela?
So this is when he sees the Santa Claus doing the pictures.
Oh, yes.
And he has an episode. Like, he kind of freaks out because he started to have like his little flashbacks.
Yeah.
So then the Pamela does like, hey, you okay? You're good. And then we cut to like a few minutes later, I guess, where he's thinking of her. And it's just him imagining sexy time with Pamela.
And you see hairy butt cheeks.
And you see his. And I'm like,
you see titties.
Damn, he fine.
Carla.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, you had no reason to do this. Like, no fucking reason.
It's a motherfucking murderer.
Like he fine as shit. Like, this is why he didn't need a bath. This is why the Santa beard is on his chin.
That's so true.
Because he could have wore it. No, it's on his chin, so people know who he is. Like, shit.
But then it goes through a sex scene to immediately he gets stabbed in the back, right?
By a Santa Claus, and stabs him and her and kill her. And he like freaks out. And he wakes up from the nightmare. He just sits in a corner, kind of like, you know, doing the fetal position.
I'm not naughty or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
and then we see him as a kid doing the same thing.
Yeah. Have you ever had a sex dream turn into a murder scene like that? Like being killed?
No. So my sex.
Tell me more.
So I've had some sex dreams where like I'm getting cock blocked by something or someone, and I can't do it, and then I wake up and it's like,
you're like, I need to murder someone.
No. That's allegedly. No.
That's so funny.
But yeah, I have those annoying ones like that. Yeah, that someone's cock or something is cock blocked and I can't get to the dick.
Cock. You're like something cock. I mean, it's cock blocked.
Yeah.
Now, one time I had a dream where I was having sex and it was super intense, and then like I had a heart attack, and I woke up and I was like, oh shit, fuck. It was that intense.
Okay. So then it's Mr. Sims is ready for Xmas or Christmas to be done because, you know, I guess it's busy or whatever and it's really annoying. But Mrs. Randall tells them, hey, one of the employees broke his ankle. He's going to be out for the rest of the year. Turns out that employee is the guy who's being Santa Claus in the store. So they're like, oh, we need to replace him. Cut to Mr. Sims asking Billy to do it. And then Billy in front of a mirror as Santa Claus. And Billy does not look comfortable whatsoever.
He literally looks like he wants to murder somebody.
Motherfucker, did they not tell you this kid's history?
Yeah,
Didn't Sister Margaret tell you that he doesn't like Christmas? Because I thought y'all were going to give him Christmas break off. Like, yo.
I literally was about to say, like, Sister Margaret, or whatever her name was. Like,
she must have told you something.
Yeah, like, hey, he needs Christmas off for a reason.
Yeah, like, you see, these people all deserved it. I'm sorry. Like, they had it coming. But...
So he is forced to be the Santa Claus.
Yeah, and now they're doing pictures, and this little girl's being really like annoying and moving and not staying still. So then he starts telling her like, "You're being naughty. You will be punished. You're not gonna get anything." And she fucking sits still, and then the moms are like, "Damn, he's good with children." And I'm like,
"Yeah, he's very good."
No. He just fucking threatened your daughter.
Sometimes some kids need that a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Because as a parent, you shouldn't have just been standing there either. You should have told her, Lil Lily, shh.
Exactly.
Stay still. Take the damn picture.
But no, you gotta whisper like, I will fucking beat your ass right now. So what do you want for Christmas?
Makes me think, because, parents are not usually like super close to the set. I wonder if some Santas have been like, you better sit the fuck still. I'm going to fuck you up.
They're having a bad day.
Or like, you're not getting shit if you don't stay still. And that's why kids...
Immediately.
Yeah.
I've always had good experiences with those. So I was a good kid.
I want to... Yeah, I have a picture with Santa Claus and I'm smiling. I look happy as shit.
He threatened your ass. You better fucking smile.
If he did, I don't remember.
You were a kid. You didn't understand.
Unless it was Billy and I was like, okay. So... Sister Mary calls to check on, not Sister Margaret calls to check on Billy, and Andy tells her that he's now the new Santa Claus, and she puts the phone down and looks super concerned.
She's like, oh,
like she knows shit's about to happen.
Oh my fucking god, she fucking dead.
Everybody fucking dead. So the store is closed. Everyone's ready to get shit faced.
Yeah, they're excited. They all start drinking, and in this
there's
scene,
characters here I've never seen before.
They don't mention names.
Nope.
Like super random.
So there's the blonde lady and another guy that looks like Mr. Sims.
We thought they were twins,
and they don't even get murdered. They just disappear.
Yeah,
because all we have is Mrs. Randall,
Pam.
Mr. Sims, Pamela, and Andy.
Yeah, and then the two, and that's it.
And the two, but they disappear. But Andy and Pamela sneak away, and then we cut to the Billy watching them as they're like making out in a corner, and
Andy wants to get a little freaky.
Yeah, he does. But Mr. Sims sees Billy.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, "Hey, Billy, I'm like super drunk." And Billy's like, "Well, I'm thinking about my parents." And Sims is like, "Oh, you're not gonna go see them?" And he's like, "They did." And then Mr. Sims like, "Oh right, I forgot." And I'm like, "Oh my god, y'all just causing this kid a fucking flip."
Like leave him alone, please.
Right.
Leave him alone.
So yeah, this is when Andy and Pam sneak away to the back because Andy's like, "I got a little something present to show you, and it ain't a real present."
I got a 2-inch pecker right here, baby. I call it the 2-pump chump, baby.
So let's go to the way back. So they go back there, and he's trying to dig her down. Billy walks to the back and catches them, and then Andy starts being a slob, and then he tries to like grope on Pamela, but she's telling her to stop. She slaps him. And then he throws himself on her.
And like rips her shirt off.
Her shirt is ripped and he's throwing himself on her. So Billy is having flashbacks to his mom, which is exactly what happened. So Billy goes ahead and takes some Christmas lights and chokes Andy to death. And this motherfucker's so strong that he chokes him with one hand in the Christmas lights. And I was kind of like, ooh.
Damn, do that to me.
And he says punish. And I'm like, okay, daddy. Santa.
And it's crazy because he's holding him with the lights. Like he's not like grabbing his neck. No, he's like holding him way up the floor.
They do establish that he's over 6 feet.
Yeah.
Like they mentioned
specifically.
And I'm like, oh, they probably did it for that reason.
Yeah.
Because it's like Andy, and then Andy's kind of also short King Andy.
No, he's not a short king.
Actually, no, he's short asshole. That's what you are. Since you want to do all that. But yeah.
But then he turns around because he's like, oh, I saved her.
Okay. Hold on.
Let's take a minute.
She has a right to be like, motherfucker, you're crazy. You didn't have to murder him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Pam, this man almost R-worded you.
Yeah.
And Billy defended you.
Yep.
Not just regular Billy.
Nope.
Fine ass Santa Billy.
Carlos is like, you can murder somebody in front of me. If you're hot, it's okay. I won't tell.
That's not what I said. You allegedly twisting my words. So like Pam, like, okay, he murdered someone. Just calm down.
Take a minute.
Say, Billy, we're gonna have to call the cops. Thank you. You didn't have to go all that extra mile. You could have just choked him a little bit, cuss his ass out. But thank you. But we're gonna call the cops because you just murdered someone, and I don't think I'm safe right now.
Yeah. Or don't say anything.
Just say
call the cops.
Just walk. Pretend everything's okay. The minute you away from him. 911, this motherfucker just murdered someone. Can you please come to the store? It's 123 Avenue Lane.
But he hot as fuck, so give me a minute. Give you a minute before he goes to jail.
So she calls him crazy and then she slaps him.
Yeah.
So he grabs a box cutter and murders her too.
Which honestly, she is brave to smack him after he just killed a motherfucker in front of her.
Yeah.
Like
I wouldn't.
I would be so scared.
I would have ran. I would have at least ran. You know what I'm saying?
Because he didn't kill him in a normal way. He killed him in a really weird, specific way. I would have been like,
girl, he literally showed you how strong he was. Like, you should have just ran, not just stood there watching him choke him. Like,
as soon as I saw Andy go like this, I would have been gone.
Yeah, like, so Sims then hears the noise. He goes to check what's happening, and he's walking around the back, and it's a really like short, kind of a tense scene. And he's super fucking drunk too.
Yep.
But then this is when Billy hammers him while being hammered.
Hammered.
Don't get hammered because you'll get hammered. That's simple.
Is this when the quality started like fucking up?
So it started fucking up already in the store. Where like it's really funny because we rented it on Amazon because y'all stopped streaming it. I guess because it's almost December and y'all knew.
Yeah, y'all like, y'all want to be happy?
People are gonna watch it. Yeah, fucking assholes. So then, yeah, there's this. It's funny because it goes from like Blu-ray quality to VHS quality and Blu-ray quality, and it's really funny how it keeps cutting back and forth.
And sometimes you can't see shit,
yeah,
especially when it's really dark and you can't see anything.
Yeah, it's really funny. But yeah, he gets hammered. Then the lights go out, but it's just the Christmas lights on in the store. And Mrs. Randall's like, "Oh, so pretty, so pretty." Yep. And then fucking
this is when he finally grabs the axe.
Yes,
the famous axe.
Two-sided.
Two-sided axe. And then we see her. She's going to the back. Is she going to the back?
She goes to the back and she finds Mr. Sims dead.
Yeah.
So she runs to the front and tries to call 911, but Billy stops her, and then she tries to run. She runs away from him. So it's a bit of a chase scene. Then she's kind of disappeared. And then she throws like a box of toys on him.
He drops the axe and then she grabs it.
Yeah. And I'm like, lady, you have the time to defend yourself right here.
Yeah.
But she runs to the front and she thinks, since the door didn't open earlier, she was going to break it with the axe. And I'm like, okay.
At least
that's also smart too.
Yeah.
But she like hesitates to break the glass. And I'm like,
because he goes, hey. And she turns around.
Like, girl, that's when you swing.
Yeah.
That's when you swing.
She goes to smash it. He goes, hey. And she's like, what did you say? It's because he's fine. So she kind of felt attractive a little bit.
I get it. So, like, he then shoots her with a bow and arrow and murders her.
Murders.
So then...
And this is one of the cool things that we were talking about was that all the kills are kind of Christmas related.
Yeah.
Because we have the Christmas lights. We got the hammer one, I guess is the only one that doesn't have one. Never mind, my theory completely got
There's a box cutter. You know, you do open boxes on Christmas. Hammer, I guess you could gift a hammer to a dad.
Yeah, that's a good one. He seems like he was a dad.
Yeah, bow and arrow, that's like a
Christmas,
to start archery or whatever.
Which is kind of weird that they just have a functioning bow and arrow like in the middle of the toy store.
Unless you open. It's the 80s.
Yeah, that's true. They could have had guns back then.
But then Billy now is out and about in the town. Sister Margaret comes to the store, because she wanted to make sure Billy was not acting up.
Yep.
And she finds the dead people. So then she freaks out.
And then we cut to like a house.
Carolers.
Yeah, carolers. And in which I don't even know if that's still a thing. Leave a comment down below if y'all do caroling. Is that what the word? Caroling?
I think so.
Okay. Y'all do that? Do you guys do it? Because I've never seen it before. I've only seen it in Jingle All the Way, Elf.
Home Alone.
Any
Christmas movie?
Yeah. Like, is that even a thing? Or maybe it's just Florida.
I've never seen it here in Florida, so we different.
That's true. That we are
get
very
made
different.
fun of every day.
We shoot in the skies.
Yeah. So yeah, we cut to careless, and then a couple getting frigidicky on a pool table.
Yeah.
Her name is Denise. She is babysitting a girl named Cindy, or her older sister. We don't know. And then her boyfriend's name we never got, so blonde guy. And
Twink number one.
Yeah. Cindy comes down trying to see like what she's doing. She's like, oh, we just studying, don't come down here.
Yeah, we doing anatomy homework.
Yeah, go back to bed. Santa Claus will be here soon, blah blah blah. So then
you start hearing
jingle bells. And Denise gets up because she's like, oh, I gotta let the cat in. Because, whatever. So she puts on only her booty shorts, and then she just opens the front door wide open with her titties all out. And I'm like, girl,
I mean,
weren't there just carolers outside, first of all? Second of all, it's cold as fuck.
Her nipples were really hard.
Oh my
you can
god!
tell.
Only you would notice things like that.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking for Billy.
Exactly. You're looking for Billy. This was my time.
But she lets the cat in, and as the cat walks in, Billy shows up.
Naughty.
Punish, or whatever. She says one of the. I know
One
he
of
says
the two.
punish a lot. So he chases her in the house. He breaks through the door. He axe throws at her,
And she matrix it. She dodges
so he
it.
misses, but he chases her. He grabs her and impales her in a reindeer.
Which
another
is,
Christmas kill.
There you go.
Technically.
Our theory goes up a point.
Yep.
And it's actually really cool because you see it like poking out of the flesh. I mean, the quality goes to it drops to like 100p.
Okay, it's VHS. Quality.
No, I get it. But it's kind of fucking crazy. You see
Yeah.
it poking out and shit. It's so gross.
So then the boyfriend's looking for her, and I love that he walks in the room, and it's literally in front of him. And he's like, Denise? And I'm like, baby, I know you saw those legs dangling.
He's like, Denise.
There's no way you walked up that hallway and you didn't see the fucking impaled person on the fucking reindeer.
And he turns
Oh
around.
my fucking god, she fucking dead.
Yep. So then Billy and him kind of get into a fight. He kind of knocks Billy over, but then Billy still don't give up, and Billy chokes this motherfucker with a wire and then throws his ass out the window. And like we see him, and he's like impaled with fucking a whole glass on his fucking side torso, and like
right on the fucking head.
It's a really cool looking kill.
Mm-hmm. It looks fucking gruesome. But then he goes to leave, and the little girl comes out, Cindy.
Yes, I was very nervous for her,
and she's so happy, like, and it's very tense because it's like the music kind of stops, and it's really tense. And he asked if she's been good
or naughty,
and then she goes,
She knew good. She knew to answer that correctly. I think he would have killed her. She would have said naughty
because she doesn't. But he's like taking out the box cutter covered in blood, and she's really adorable. So it's like this. She's really innocent, and he's giving her this really intense look.
And you think he's gonna stab her with the box cutter, but it's just a gift for her.
Just
Covered in
gives
blood, but whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, it's fine.
She'll be okay. And then you hear her as he's walking outside the door, Denise, and it's like, oh, this girl's gonna be the same thing. These movies should just be like victims of Billy that grow up with trauma and should become him.
It's like an AA meeting, kind of. It's like that's so funny.
So yeah, and then we get some police officers that I guess were called in that there's a Santa Claus on the loose murdering people.
Yeah, and I think maybe for Sister Margaret because she's the only adult that's seen them.
I think she already had gotten to the police station. We just don't see that until after this scene for some reason, which.
Whatever.
It would have been nice to see that first because it's like these randomized officers already know that Billy's killing people, and I was like, who saw him?
Yeah, it was just a little kid.
Yeah. So yeah, they get to this
house
where they see a guy sneaking through the window,
and it's like this when they go into they push their mom. They go into the room and there's a Santa Claus.
Well, they also just barge in the door like, God, no, she was just sitting on the couch. They literally just walk in the door like it's nothing. I'm like, excuse you.
Like, so illegal.
Yeah. So when they get upstairs and they about to shoot this Santa Claus, it's just a little girl's father. It's not even fucking Billy.
Because she goes, Daddy. And then he's like, Daddy.
So then we do get Billy walking on the side of the road, but he sees cops coming, so he hides. And it's like we kind of know where he's heading.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
has a journey.
He literally has a journey to kill the main person that mostly traumatized him, which wasn't just Santa Claus, Mother Superior.
Yup.
So we do get a random scene with two boys on a sled. These other two boys, Mac and Bob, come out and bully them, take the sleds away from them so they can sled. Super random.
Yeah, they're just bodies.
Yeah. So then one sleds down the hill and makes it, and then the other one, as he's sledding down the hill, you just hear punish and just gets his fucking head chopped off by the axe.
And then all you see is the sledge still going down with the body without a head.
Yep. And then the head rolls right after. It's really fun.
It's a really funny kill, and then at the end they have the kid, I guess, buried on the snow.
Yeah,
and like the head is just decapitated there, and it looks pretty good.
I'm surprised he didn't kill the other kid.
Yeah, right. Maybe he did he bully the kid, or was it just
they
the other
both
one?
did?
They both did. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I just remembered
unless it's a cut kill or something, he
maybe.
does end up murdering both of them.
Maybe.
It is Christmas morning. We're at the police station. Sister Margaret finds out that there's been 3 more murders.
Oh, God.
So they're trying to get a hold of the orphanage, but this little girl was on the phone at the orphanage, and she left for you people born after the 90s. Yep. She left the phone off the hang up thingy.
Yeah.
which I forgot.
I
the
don't know.
actual phone base itself. And if you call people back in the day and the phone was off the phone box, whatever, you can't. It just rings like it's busy.
Yeah, like it's like someone's having, which is fucking
If you
weird.
if you don't hang up the phone,
yeah, it's so fucking weird that's the thing. But
So they have to they're forced to head that way. But they make a notification to all the officers in the area like, hey, look for the Santa Claus. He's on the way to the orphanage. If you see him, just murder him. Don't ask questions. Which
they're like, okay.
Don't do that. It is Christmas Day. There could be many Santas walking around. Innocent ass people.
It's some Hollywood, some Halloween too. Trick or treater shit.
It literally is. Because their kids are outside playing. And then the Santa Claus shows up and you think it's Billy. And then Officer Barnes shows up to the orphanage. No questions asked. Hey, yo, freeze. Shoots the Santa down in front of Richard, who is Billy's brother.
Yep. And they're all just, what the fuck?
Yep. And little Ricky gets covered in blood. And they take all the kids inside. And then a few minutes later, we found out that they murdered the wrong Santa Claus. They murdered the priest that goes to do it every year.
That's deaf and couldn't respond.
Yeah. That's why the guy didn't respond to the officer when he said freeze. And you hear that and you're like, first of all, it's very sad.
That's very sad.
Second of all, this is why 80s cops in horror movies in general are just fucking dumb.
Yeah, they really are. They did not hesitate in here. And then like they also, this is the point where they're like, well, this is a over 50-year-old and he's not 6 feet tall.
Yeah, so it's like you had the description and you still shot the guy. Like, seriously?
They're fucking incompetent.
And Mother Superior, she is pissed.
Oh yeah, she's like, nobody.
She's like, you don't know how to do your damn job.
She's like, no harms to the kids. Y'all need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But then the officer decides to scope the perimeter, and it's a really long scene where he's just scoping the perimeter.
Because they know that he's going to show up.
Yeah, he's going to show up. And then there's like a shed, and the door's kind of open, so it's hitting the wall. So he goes to investigate. He goes down to the basement. He walks around the whole basement, doesn't find anything. So as he's heading upstairs, as he gets to the last step, Billy fucking shows up. Punish and just fucking axes his ass and murders him. It's like, damn, Billy. I feel like Billy tricked him. Billy opened the door and just hid on the other side of the shed.
Yeah, he's smart. He's a smart killer.
And then the kids are singing Christmas carols inside, and Billy's at the front door because it's a glass door, and there's a little kid named Andrew that sees him, and Andrew, no hesitation, oh, Santa Claus, and just goes to open the door, and Sister Superior's like, no, Andrew, don't, and he still opens the door.
You don't give a fuck about Superior.
And then Billy walks in super silent, acts behind his back, holding little Andrew. And then little Christy comes up and it's like, Santa Claus. And Mother Superior's like, Christy, get your ass over here. You don't want this beef. And then fucking as Billy is walking up to her, super slow, he lets go of Andrew. Andrew and Christy are now behind Sister Margaret. Billy just goes up to fucking ask Sister Margaret, and she goes, well, here it comes. And he gets fucking shot in the back and murdered. And I'm like, y'all knew that the audience hate this bitch, so y'all could have just let her get murdered.
Of course not. They weren't going to go that far.
But you know what? They kill one killer to create another, because Billy gets murdered in front of his little brother.
Of course.
And he dies, and then Billy says, Santa Claus is dead, as he dies. And then fucking... we pan up to little Ricky and he goes, not pun it. No, he says naughty. And he has an angry face at
Superior.
Mother Superior.
Or Mother Superior, yeah.
And we know that this little kid's going to go after her ass. And guess what?
I'm here for
Watch the sequel. Y'all see.
Oh, shit. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
But you know why she survived?
Why?
She had the power of... That's why. That's why she survived.
But that's pretty much Silent Night, Deadly Night. Hell yeah.
I honestly loved it. We had fun.
It was a fun movie.
I want to watch this movie again. I kind of want to watch the sequel now.
So, skip like a minute ahead if you don't want to hear what the sequel's about. I'm kind of just going blind. I'm going to tell Jonathan here real quick. So, the sequel is the brother going through therapy. Who is also fine as fuck. And
which I know him from the memes because I didn't know it was this movie.
And he's just telling, I think he's telling what happened, and we pretty much get the first movie all recapped, so it's like you don't even have to watch the first one. You can skip to the third
Really?
because it's the whole movie is just him telling the story of Billy.
But just in therapy.
Yeah, and then I think he kills the therapist like 20 minutes left of the movie or 30, and then he goes on his rampage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of
like
the same shit.
It's like it's like Halloween 2. It wasn't needed.
Yeah. But if we didn't get that movie, we wouldn't have gotten the Garbage Day.
Garbage Day and another fine brother.
There we go. All right, so like we do in every movie, we go to Letterboxd and find a review that we agree, find funny, whatever, good one and bad one. So Carlos, would you like to read one of yours?
So my 5-star review goes as this: Is that a murderer or a deaf priest playing Santa for orphans? Shoot him and ask questions later. We got a killer to catch. 5 stars. Like, y'all.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And then my 1 star goes: Santa slays, he's hot, he kills, and he has one. And by that I think they meant,
oh,
you know what I mean, y'all? Because I don't know what the one mean, but I'm assuming it's that. And I believe it. BDE.
BDE. Okay, so my 5-star that says absolutely bonkers. The sledding subplot was my favorite. I wish this movie was made by Sam Raimi. Any movie, I would love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then my 1 star, I saw a clip of this out of context and I thought it was a porno, and I'm not even that disappointed.
Honestly,
yeah,
I would think the same.
I always thought, like, I'm pretty sure I've seen clips of this and I always thought it was a porno.
There's probably one: Silent Night, Dickly Night. You don't know.
Oh, Moni Night,
Dickly Night.
Dickly Night, yeah, Coming Night or something like that. I'm not very good with titles.
Me neither.
We should make one.
You know the listeners want to see that.
So favorite kill? This one has a couple kills.
It has a couple cool ones. I do like the thrown out the window just because of the effect afterwards. How the guy has like all that glass stuck in him, and then one of them glasses like super huge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to him.
Okay.
Even though the impalement's pretty cool because you do get to see it.
Yeah, that's my favorite because you get to see like the skin ripping and everything. And I like besides the quality dropping, like I don't think that would look too real technically.
Yeah.
But just the imagery of it is so fucking gruesome that it just makes me it makes me feel queasy.
That's true.
Daddy of the movie, I mean, very obvious.
Billy, the Santa Claus killer. Andy.
Who's?
Oh no, baby. It's like, who's Andy? You already forgot.
Yeah, you already forgot about him. One of the victims.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
No, definitely
Santa Claus killer Billy.
And out of 5 stars, how much do you give this?
I give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I really like this movie.
Yeah, this is a fun movie.
I feel
totally
like
get it.
I feel like we should get more Christmas slashers, and I feel like Silent
We
Night.
are.
I know. Well, yeah,
We're gonna get the Grinch one soon.
that's true. And there's one of I think of Mechanical Santa Claus that goes on a rampage.
Oh yes, we talked about this.
Yeah,
It was on
I forgot
animatronic
the
Santa.
name of it, but it looked really awesome. I will say I feel like Silent Night, Deadly Night, if it wasn't for all the protesting and stuff that happened, and I know it did eventually did get sequels, and there's 5 of them, but I feel like the sequels are all different.
Yeah.
They're not the same story from what I've heard. I haven't seen them. I only seen the second one, which connects to this one, but I think the other 3 don't really connect. I feel like we could have kept Billy as a killer, and it eventually would have been like Jason, where he's fucking supernatural.
That would be cool.
And became
Like
bonkers as shit, and it would have been here for that.
yeah, they could have done something like the Ghost of Christmas Past, but it's like Billy's
Yeah.
dead ghost or something.
Yeah.
That could be so fucking fun.
It could have been.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Is that actor still around?
I don't know actually.
I didn't even say the cast when I started this episode. You see, y'all,
That's okay.
we were just having fun with this movie, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, honestly, it's Christmas. Get that Christmas spirit going. Let me see.
Billy's played by Robert Brian Wilson.
Yeah, he's still kicking.
the 18-year-old Billy, because there's 3. Billy's credited like 4 different times.
But because they have the different ages. But yeah, he's still kicking. There's no death at least, unless they haven't found him.
He just hasn't done anything since like seems like the 90s. Yeah, the 90s.
Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him back. Don't worry.
I mean, if
No, he said he has something in 2016.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. A Husband for Christmas. Oh God. No.
Not again.
No. The wrong roommate. Oh no. I like to think that he always plays a killer Santa in all of these movies.
Yeah, and then we had Mother Superheroes played by Lillian Chauvin, who died at age 82. She died in 2008. Wow. And then we have Gilmer McCormick, who was Sister Margaret, and Tony Nero, who's Pamela. And and then Britt Leach, who's Sims. I love that some of these pictures are from this movie, so you know that
they didn't do anything else.
No.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's it. Daddy kills you. Yeah. Cool. So, if you like what you're hearing, if you like looking at us and listening to us, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you find your podcast. Yep. If you're watching us on YouTube, leave us a subscribe. Well, subscribe. Leave us a comment.
I love you.
Leave us a like. Let us know what you like about Deadly Night, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
Tell us if you find Billy fine and shit too.
Mm-hmm. Or which one is one of your favorite sequels? Because maybe this is not your favorite.
Also, let us know what you got for Christmas. I want to know.
I know what you got for Christmas.
I know. I won't say it yet.
Yeah, but
I'll show it later in a picture.
This is going to be a nice surprise.
And then join us next week since it's the end of the year. And I'm super excited to talk about this movie because it's a movie that I really, really liked that I've watched last year as well. And it came out in 2020 and is The Wolf of Snow Hollow, directed and written by Jim Cummings. And I love werewolf movies. And I actually really like this movie. I know you haven't seen it.
I've seen bits and pieces when you're watching it.
Yeah, because I've watched it like 15 times already. So I hope Jonathan likes it. If he doesn't, it's okay.
He's going to quit the podcast.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we're doing next week. The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Yeah, I'm so excited to watch that. It's a little comedic, but action-y.
It's a horror comedy. Yeah.
I can't wait. I really can't wait. Those are my favorites. But, guys, thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and thank you for watching.
Yep, and Merry Christmas. And remember,
stay sexy, stay spooky,
and don't be naughty.
Naughty.
Dreams.
Punish.
Horror Daddies.